all the listeners, I hope you hear me though. This is Chike and I'll speak kitty and stereo. As long as we can tune into Koye Radio. 106.9, that's what it's trending though. There's no need for you to touch that dial, cause I'm giving you flows longer than the river now. Never walking through the aisle. I'm giving you style. I'm giving you chills. I'm giving you a smile. I need you now to hear the heartbeat inside your lungs. This is automatic. This is not analog. This was the secret that the bitches never get along. We give you truth like the words from the synagogue. Creating radio. I'm getting your stereo. 1, 2, 3, your pocket dollars for your radio. Words from the rhyme. I hope you really hear me though. Broadcast freestyle. Hope you all get it though.
All right, and good morning. Welcome to Good Morning Core City right here on 106.9 FM going the radio. And of course, it's a very beautiful Thursday morning. We are so excited to be alive and well today. Yes, I'm alive and well. And of course, sitting beside me is the pretty lady with the golden voice, Esther, who
Hey.
is also looking so pretty this morning and alive and well too.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much, too.
All right, if you're joining us, remember you can always join us live online at Good Morning Core City, and of course, you can join us on Facebook at Going Radio 106.9 FM in Ugo, and on YouTube at Godfrey Okoye University Radio 106.9 FM, and of course, you're gonna see myself and Esther live speaking with you. So, how are you doing this morning, Esther? How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing good.
Mm,
Feel good.
you feel good.
Yes, I do.
You look so quiet this morning. What happened?
I don't know.
Just
It's just this atmosphere. It just
atmosphere
calls
of
for quiet
quietness.
reflection. Yes.
Abby. All right, it's 15 days to the year, and it's been an awesome time altogether
Yeah.
because 15 days and let's say 15 days and 15 days you've been crushing it,
Mm-hmm.
and today is yet another day for you to go out there and make it happen. And just as we always do it right here at Good Morning Core City, we're gonna tell you how you're supposed to feel today, and Esther will give us our morning motivation and remind you of who you are and what you owe yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And that will take us to the weather report. And afterwards, we'll go on a short musical break. And when we'll come back, we'll go through our top stories for today. Esther is ready, and she's hot this morning to tell us how you're supposed to feel today, because she's
Right.
actually quiet, articulating things to tell you this morning because
Yeah.
she believes in you
Of course, I
just
do.
as she believes in me.
Yes. Yes. Now, sure. Okay, I'll take it off. I usually start with good morning. Yes, good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful people, and happy Thursday. This is Thursday. Wow, just Monday yesterday, and here we are, on 15th of January, 2026. I hope you're easing into today with calm heart and a hopeful mind. Whether you're already on the move or you're just taking a quiet moment before the day begins, I want you to know that there's always joy connecting with you. It's always joy for having you guys here with us. And by now, the week is well underway, and you've been showing up, adjusting, learning, and doing your best, and that matters. Even on days when it feels like nothing special is happening, progress is quietly being made. Today, I encourage you to move with intention. Don't underestimate the power of small, consistent efforts. Keep speaking kindly with yourself. I want you to do that every morning. Be kind with yourself. Celebrate the little wins. And if something feels heavy, remember you don't have to carry it alone. And to everyone pushing through responsibilities, chasing dreams, or simply trying to stay focused, you are doing well. And your effort is seen, your growth is real, and your story is still unfolding beautifully. So take today one step at a time. Choose peace over pressure, confidence over doubt, and hope over fear. There's still so much that's coming for you ahead. So, from my heart to yours, I wish you a smooth, productive, and fulfilling Thursday. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening.
Esther, I am short of words.
Oh,
But then, thank you so much for putting us in the right frame of mind. That's the
Yeah.
most important thing, because if you're
Mm-hmm.
going out every morning, if you are in the right frame of mind, you can do anything.
Anything.
You can
Yeah.
accomplish anything, and that's exactly what Esther is trying to help you achieve today.
Yes.
All right, this is the Good Morning Co City, and of course, we are so much appreciative for what Esther just did for us right now. So
Mm.
back to Esther. Esther is going to tell us what the weather will look like today, and we why he's going to help us navigate through the day. Of course, we are still experiencing the beauty of Hamatan. So,
Mm-hmm. Although
Esther,
it's not that deep
uh,
yet. Anyways, I'll
tell
delve
us, tell us again to carry our water.
All
Uh,
right. So today is a hot one across much of the country. Normally this time of the year, the Hamatan brings cool mornings and dusty winds from the Sahara. But this January, it's been unusually quiet in some areas, and that means warmer days and stronger sunshine, especially across the south and central regions. Only the far north has been enjoying slighter cooler starts to their days. But let's just take a look at how the major cities are shaping up today. And as usual, we'll start with Lagos. In Lagos, it's a battle between the humid coastal air and the slowly creeping Hamatan. So they will be expecting sunny skies with some morning mist, with daytime temperatures reaching 32 degrees Celsius. It will stay warm tonight at 24 degrees. So if your eyes feel itchy or red from the haze, rinse them with clean cool water. Like I've said, start adding some health tips to the weather update. So avoid rubbing your eyes, to prevent irritation or infections. So while the sun is bright, the humidity will make it a lot heavier. It will be a lot heavier than usual. So keep cool and take breaks if you're out in the sun for too long. And in Ibadan, the ancient city, the air is sunny but increasingly hazy as the dust drifts south. Temperatures will climb to 36 degrees Celsius, cooling to 22 degrees tonight. So wearing a face mask can help protect your lungs from the dust if you're outdoors or traveling in open vehicles. So the sun may feel sharp during midday, so remember to stay hydrated and pace yourself during outdoor activities. And in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, there's a moderate dust haze that will give the sky a pale milky look. So it's going to be a hot day with a high of 37 degrees, which will cool down to 22 degrees Celsius overnight. So even if you don't feel sweaty, you're losing fluids quickly. So make sure you drink plenty of water today and limit your caffeine intake. So the dry heat is intense, so wear light, breathable clothing if you must be outside. And up north in Kano, the Hamatan is still showing up through, though it's weaker than usual. So they'll be having a thick dust haze that will be blanketing the city, making visibility low in the morning. So daytime temperatures will reach 32 degrees Celsius, but it will drop sharply to 15 degrees tonight. So protect your skin with thick moisturizers or shea butter and apply saline drops to your nostrils to prevent dryness. So drive carefully if you're on the road, because the dust will make visibility tricky. And in Port Harcourt, the Garden Cities, conditions are mostly sunny with coastal moisture keeping the humidity high. Temperatures will hit 36 degrees, and there's a slight chance of a late afternoon thunderstorm. Tonight will be warm at 22 degrees, so there will be sudden weather changes which may affect your immune system. So make sure you take plenty of vitamin C rich fruits like oranges to stay healthy. And finally, in our very own Enugu, the morning starts clear and bright, but moderate dust haze will roll in by midday, and temperatures will climb to 37 degrees, cooling to a comfortable 23 degrees tonight. Heat and dust can irritate your throat, we know that, and a warm glass of water with honey and lemon can help soothe dryness and prevent the common Hamatan cough. So it's going to be a sunny and a hot day, which is perfect for pacing your outdoor plans and staying hydrated. So people of Enugu, just remember that. That's just your full weather update for today.
Yeah, I had honey and warm water.
I said it
Esther.
yesterday
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So I put honey. I miss it. No, no, I put warm water. I miss it to honey.
Mm-hmm.
How it is?
And lemon. That's
And
that.
lemon.
It doesn't have to taste. There's honey already. It's already at least giving faint sweet taste, but you'll be
And
fine.
then lemon
Yes.
inside warm water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drink am.
Trust me, you love it. Just try it.
All right, thank you so much, Esther, for the weather reports. This is Good Morning Core City right here on your favorite dial 106.9 FM Going Radio. I hope you are having fun wherever you are. It
Mm-hmm.
is 15 days into the year, 15 days into January, and it's so exciting already seeing how much we still have ahead of us, and of
Mm-hmm.
course, seeing all the possibilities we possess to accomplish what we want to accomplish.
Yeah.
And Remember, you can always join us live on Facebook and YouTube at Godfrey Okoye University Radio on YouTube and Go Uni Radio 1069 FM in Nugu on Facebook. And go there, drop your comments, and send a shout out to
Mm-hmm.
your friends, your well wishers, to your family, and as well to us.
Mm-hmm. I
We
love
we
your shout outs
we
too.
love your shout out. And we are the phone lines will be open when we
Mm-hmm.
return from this musical break. And when we return, we'll go through our top stories for today. Remember, you can always call us on 081 88 I repeat 081 or on 08076246701. I repeat 08076246701. And if you're online already, you're gonna see the phone numbers displayed on our page there. All right, we're going on a short break with this one from Dare at Ala the way home, and when we come back, of course, we are home, and all the things we are hustling is for us to have
Yes.
something great that when we look back, the efforts we put, and
Mm-hmm.
one thing about effort is, once they're making the effort, the results will be there.
Mm.
That's the thing. The results will
Yes.
be there. Was so
Mm-hmm.
far you're consistent
Yes.
in making the difference.
Consistency is just
The
all that
results will be there.
matters.
So
Mm-hmm.
of course enjoy this one from Daria Atala the way home. And when we come
Yeah.
back, we're gonna look through our top stories, our 10 top stories for
For
today.
today.
Stay locked and not touch that. I know you
No, I don't know. It's just feel like somewhere all of a sudden. Yes. It's not infected. No, it's not you.
This was the first
Okay, you take the first one. I'll take the next one. So.
I'm trying to find my way home. Well,
one. This color, right?
and the rain coming round me on my way home.
What I mean stop.
Well, 'cause I've been searching for a million miles. All I have to do is turn back on my way. Oh, it's dark inside, and I can't see myself through. Too dark to see the light. Since you've been gone, I've been away. Affection don't seem the same. Oh, kiss me, kiss me. Will it be mine? Will it be mine? Just one more time. I can see the end. I can see the end, baby. It's you and I, baby. Now beneath my lawn. There's nothing better than this. Can't forget you. Girl, I'm trying to find my way. Oh, well. Oh, my memories drown me, and the rain comes round me on my way. Oh, well. 'Cause I've been searching for a million miles. All I have to do is turn back on my way. Yo, tell 'em I'm on my way. Yo, this time I'll stay. Yo, tell 'em I'm on my way. Yo, this time I'll stay. Go Uni Radio.
All right, welcome back. This is still Good Morning, Cool City, right here on 106.9 FM Going the Radio. And of course, it's still myself, Chike, and Esther in the house, the
Yeah.
pretty lady with a golden voice. So, emphasis on the pretty lady, and
But
another emphasis
on the golden voice.
sharp, sharp, sharp. All right, this is time for us to look through our top stories for today. We have
Okay.
loads and loads of stories in store for you. All right, our first story this morning is we have this story
Got
coming
it.
from defense minister who pledges stronger security in schools.
All right. Yeah. Defense Minister pledges stronger security in schools. The Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired, has pledged to strengthen security around schools across the country to ensure a safe and conducive learning environment for students. The minister made the pledge on Wednesday while receiving an award from the National Parents Teachers Association of Nigeria in Abuja in recognition of his role in safeguarding schools and advancing the Safe Schools initiative. Musa said the federal government would continue to work with parents, teachers, and other stakeholders to protect students, noting that education cannot thrive without adequate security. Without security, there will not be a good learning environment. We will continue to work seriously to ensure that our schools are safe. Let us continue to work hand in hand, parents, teachers, government, and society, to ensure that every child has the opportunity to reach their fullest potentials. What do you think, Chike?
Yeah, of course, that's he's quite right with
Mm-hmm.
his what he's saying, because insecurity has really messed up a lot. Students go to
Honestly.
school. No, the point, students go to school, they're not safe. Parents are hiding.
They're scared.
They are scared because, okay, look at last year, students were in school and then over 100 of
Abducted.
them were abducted.
Jeez.
It's a welcome development. The
Mm-hmm.
point is not just,
Implementation.
it's not
We have
just
a lot of
about
words.
speaking about it. It's not just about
Mm.
releasing statements, because we're quite good with releasing statements.
Yeah.
I've never seen people that release statements like Nigerians. We are
We
very
do.
good with it. So it's just for us to implement
Mm-hmm.
it very well, because
Yeah.
the problem we always have is implementation, and it's
Honestly.
not just in policies but
Yeah.
just implementation.
So we should be more proactive rather than reactive when it comes to these things. There should be guard station. There should be
Of course.
security measures. We need all hands on deck on this. I mean, when you see something, you see something based on suspicious movements. So yeah, let's see how we will go for the country.
All right, our next story today, we have this story is 2027 Southeast behind Tinubu, says ex-governor Chime. Okay, the story has it that the former Enugu State Governor Sullivan Chime has defended the decision by political leaders in the Southeast to endorse President Bola Tinubu for his second term, describing the move as deliberate, realistic, and grounded in the president's performance in office. Chime made the remarks in a statement made available to correspondents on Wednesday following his alignment with last weekend's endorsement of Tinubu by APC governors, leaders, and stakeholders from the region ahead of the 2027 general election. He had earlier on Saturday flagged off the All Progressives Congress electronic registration exercise in Udi, Enugu West Senatorial District. Of course.
My question is, do we know do we know that we are actually backing Tinubu? He said Southeast in general. So do Southeastern people know
Yeah,
that?
the thing is, for me, it's just his opinion.
I think his opinion.
He
He
can't
doesn't
speak for
speak for all of
everybody.
us.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
And he's a politician. He
Mm-hmm.
has to speak like one. And being that he is a member of the ruling party,
Right.
come on, what do you expect him to say? That President Tinubu, we are not behind you. No, no, he will have to say what he has to say.
Yeah.
But the fact remains that we know the feelings out there on the streets, and then well, this is the campaigning year, so
Mm,
a lot of we will be seeing a lot of political activities this year,
right.
because the election is in the first quarter of 2027.
Right. Okay, for the next sub story, alteration. Few changes shouldn't affect tax laws, and this is coming from the federal government. Okay. The few changes made to the newly passed tax laws will not have any major effect, according to Taiwo Oyedele, the chairman of the Presidential Tax Reform Committee. Okay, the laws are the National Revenue Service Establishment Act, the Joint Revenue Board of Nigeria Establishment Act, the Nigeria Tax Administration Act, and the Nigeria Tax Act. The controversy stemmed from the alleged alterations to the gazetted laws as against the versions passed by the National Assembly. At the House of Representatives plenary in December, Abdulsamad Dasuki, PDP from PDP Sokoto, raised a matter of privilege, alleging discrepancies between the tax laws passed by the National Assembly and the versions gazetted and made available to the public. Rising under Order 6, Rule 2 of the House Rules, Dasuki said his legislative privilege had been breached, insisting that the content of the gazetted tax laws did not reflect what members debated, voted on, and passed. He said after spending the past 3 days to carefully review the gazetted copies alongside the votes and proceedings of the House as well as the harmonized version adopted by both chambers, he observed discrepancies. I was here. I gave my vote and it was counted. And I am seeing something completely different, the lawmaker said. This led to a fresh groundswell of oppositions against the new laws, with many opposition leaders calling for the suspension of the implementation on January 1st. So, what do you think
Well,
about
it's
this?
quite unfortunate that when bills are passed and signed into law,
Mm.
yeah, we have two different copies, which shows it doesn't speak well for the
Yeah,
country, of course, and then it shows this level of disorganization and then lack of synchronization, and of course, it's a criminal act.
it
Like
is.
it's a criminal act when um we're having fusions in something that's already this has already been passed by the National Assembly
Yeah.
and presented, certified and presented to the president to come into law. And then president is now signing something else.
Mm.
And then when we now see what the president signed, it's quite different from what the National Assembly has passed. So I just hope that it doesn't become already we are seeing professional bodies like KPMG and the rest of
Mm.
them raising concerns about the tax law. I just hope there will not be confusion. Yeah, because
Right.
this implementation has started. Or
Mm-hmm.
even by next week we're going to well, I think by next 2 weeks we're going to be running a special session on this tax law
This tax
because
laws, because many people don't
salaries
understand that.
will start
Yeah.
coming in, and then
Mm-hmm.
all these things we'll just be looking out for what's well, the crux of the whole thing is for us to um for those that are in charge of this to ensure that there are no discrepancies, there's no
Yeah, and if they are being
confusion.
transparent too, just ask for
Yeah,
transparency.
there's no
Mm.
unnecessary ambiguity in what is meant to be
Yes.
done.
Yes.
All right, still on our top stories this Thursday morning, we have Tinubu, that's President Tinubu, charges military to remain loyal to democracy. The story has it that President Bola Tinubu has charged the Nigerian military to remain steadfast in discipline, loyalty, and unity, describing men of the armed forces as the enduring symbol of Nigeria's shared strength and guardians of the nation's democracy. The president also reaffirmed his administration's commitment to supporting the military in order to secure lasting peace and stability across the country. Tinubu gave the charge through the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, at the 2026 Armed Forces Celebration and Remembrance Day Gala and Award Nights.
Wow. Well, this is a very, very vital message charge to the military, because recent times we've been seeing them backing, power instead of, the citizens they were supposed to protect. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but the thing is, with
it's
the current spate of coup and counter coup in Africa right now,
mm,
certainly this call is coming at the right time
yes,
because the military, we are talking about democracy, and whatever thing we have to do to sustain our democracy should be done. And the
mm,
military is certainly being part of the country and saddled with the responsibility of protecting the territorial integrity of the country
yeah,
should also ensure that their conduct is in line with promoting the basic tenets of democracy in the
indeed,
country.
indeed. Okay, for the next sub story, Zelensky declares energy emergency as biting cold persists. Ukraine has declared a state of emergency in the country's energy sector with a particular focus on Kyiv as ongoing Russian strikes continue to leave thousands of residents without power. President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Moscow of deliberately exploiting the harsh winter conditions as part of its war strategy, with overnight temperatures in Kyiv recently dropping to around minus 20 degrees Celsius. The declaration comes as Zelensky's US counterpart Donald Trump said he was holding up efforts to secure a peace deal to end nearly 4 years of war with Russia. He told the Reuters news agency on Wednesday that Ukraine is less ready to make a deal than Russian President Vladimir Putin. When asked why peace talks have not yet resolved the conflict, Trump responded Zelensky. The two leaders are both expected to attend the World Economic Forum in Switzerland next week, although Trump suggested no formal plans were arranged for them to meet. In recent weeks, Russian attacks on Kyiv have left thousands of homes without regular power, heating, or running water. After one particularly heavy night of missile and drone attacks last week, 70% of the capital was left without power for several hours. And following a special cabinet meeting on Wednesday, Zelensky said a round the clock task force will be set up to fix damage caused by Russian strikes and worsening weather conditions.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the war in Ukraine is still raging
And
on,
it's still
and
happening
it's still raging on. But
for about
then
4 years now.
that's what you get in geopolitics when different interests are battling, because it's a battleground of for different interests.
Mm.
So well, I just hope that the negotiation, because it's been back-to-back
Yeah, they've been,
negotiation,
yeah.
and it seems like nothing is actually coming out of it, because since the war started there's actually been
Mm-hmm.
ceasefire negotiation, ending the war negotiations, and it seems like nobody's trying to shift ground. But then it is the conflict, it is war, and unfortunately, this is a time where we are seeing more wars, more conflicts across the globe. Well, I just wish the Ukrainians will have a breath of fresh air.
Honestly, because in this situation, they're not just. This is no longer a war. I mean, their power sector has been damaged, and also that they're now fighting against. They're now fighting. This is a call for humanitarian aid, because in situations like this, the people are like devastated. Like they are. I mean, this weather condition. It's a very very bad place to
Yeah,
be when,
unfortunately, that's the terrible thing about war. There are collateral damages,
yeah,
and
collateral damages. Yeah.
the civilians are always at the receiving end.
And then Trump said that Zelensky is the reason why the peace talks haven't progressed so far. So
Yeah,
I think he should
Trump
stop being
being Trump.
stubborn.
Today he will blame Zelensky, tomorrow he
He
will
blamed
blame
Vladimir
Putin.
Putin.
All right, but I just hope that
Well,
at least this thing will be nipped, and then like this war has to stop, because
he has
people
to.
lives, many lives have been lost, thousands of lives have been lost, and infrastructure has been destroyed. Replacing
Hmm.
them would take a lot more, but
Hmm.
in the process of this, replacing them, people will certainly suffer.
Yeah.
All right, so now top stories for today. We have Starlink reportedly made free in Iran, but protesters are taking huge risks by using it.
Mm.
Right, the story has it that Starlink has reportedly waived monthly subscription payments for users inside Iran after its government shut down the internet last Thursday, cutting off millions of people from their families, livelihoods, and access to information during a deadly crackdown on protests. The satellite technology has become a vital communications lifeline for some of those in the country trying to tell the outside world what has been happening on the ground in recent days. Two people in Iran told BBC Persian their device was running on Tuesday night, even though they had not been keeping up with subscription payments. The director of an organization that helps Iranians get online also told BBC Persian that Starlink had been free.
Mm.
The satellite technology, which belongs to Elon Musk's SpaceX company, provides internet to tens of thousands of people in Iran, despite the fact it is illegal there. Since the internet was shut down, it has become one of the last, if not the last, remaining channels for Iranians to communicate with the outside world.
This is so bad.
Yeah,
Because,
it's politics. It's Iranian government trying to have a grip of the protest. Of course, they are trying to suppress it.
but I think there's a revolution going on. I don't think that they can
It
actually,
hasn't
because
become a revolution yet,
people
because they
are.
are still fighting. The government is not giving up
I
yet, but the
mean,
people are trying to be
the government
persistent.
took this so serious that they had to like cut off. I mean, internet access. I feel like,
They have to
and the
take it
citizens are
serious.
still they're still coming out and still showing their protests. I mean, the movements. And, hundreds of lives have been lost. I've watched videos. I've seen documentaries already by people. Like, this is serious. So these people, they're no longer fighting for economic change, or they just general change, political change in
Yeah,
the
because
climate.
the current power structure in Iran has been there for the past 5 decades. So
Mm,
they are trying to change the whole power equation in Iran,
right.
and they want to remove the Ayatollahs, the
Mm,
Ayatollah Khomeini's who took power in the 60s. But then we can still take away the geopolitics, because interests are
mm,
there. Israel is interested in a change of
yeah.
regime in Iran. America is interested in change of regime in Iran. So it's more like it's more like this protest is happening Iran enemies are taking advantage of the
Of this,
protest,
yeah.
and Iran, the regime which wants to survive, of course, every region wants to survive, is
Mm-hmm.
trying to do everything possible. What they know how to do, that's repression
Mm,
and just using every form of force to suppress the people. Well, let's see who wins actually at the end of the day, but then people are being killed,
yeah.
and it's really not funny.
Now for the next top story, why we'll continue to prioritize child welfare and education. This is coming from our governor, Peter Mba. Okay. Governor of Enugu State, Dr. Peter Mba, has promised that his administration will continue to prioritize the welfare and education of children in the state, as it remains the only way to guarantee a prosperous and decent future for the state. Mba has also reiterated his administration's zero tolerance for all forms of child abuse, including child marriage, sexual abuse and exploitation, child labor, child trafficking, amongst others. He spoke when he received the Enugu State Children's Parliament, led by the Honorable Speaker, Ms. Chimamanda Mobi, at the Government House on Tuesday. Mbaho has consecutively invested over 30% of the state's 2024, 2025, and 2026 budgets in education, said that a society that fails to invest in the quality of education and welfare of its children had already compromised its future. You represent the hopes, the dreams, and the future of Enugu State. Your coming here today reminds us why we must continue to work tirelessly to build an Enugu State where every child can learn, grow, and succeed. Think about this.
Yeah, I should be taking telling you to think about it because you are a child developer, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
happy. I
Like,
love
yeah.
the fact ever since Governor Peter when he stepped into power, I've been happy because when it comes to education,
Mm,
he is like he's on top of that particular case.
it's
When we
part
talk
of
about
his
smart green
mantra.
schools initiative, my mom
Mm.
was telling me that when she went to the village that the structure there is already standing, is ready to just go into full operation, and that's how it is in other areas. I mean, he said I think 206 smart green schools in
Mm.
different parts of Enugu State, and I think that this is a very good viewpoint for the state.
Education is actually cardinal, and that's I wanted to say, ladies and gentlemen, Esther
Mm.
is an educator too. Yes, of course. Like, well, I know how passionate you are
I
about
love
education.
education.
So,
Yeah.
education is a cardinal thing, and I'm glad the state government has made it its
Mm.
cardinal pursuit to
Right.
ensure that our kids get the quality of education. That's why we have the smart green schools going
Yeah.
on. But then, at the end of the day, we just hope that other people, because if it's happening in Enugu State and it's not happening in other states of the
Mm.
federation, it becomes a problem.
Yes.
So
Yes.
if we are looking at it, if I just hope that other governments will take a cue from Enugu state government in education, because actually I must commend the state government for
He's
doing a
doing a
lot
very good
when
job
it comes to
when it comes to education
education
and
and
child
when it
welfare.
comes to ensuring that
Mm.
the standard is not compromised.
Right. Right. Okay.
All right, on the next story, we have World Bank Nigeria on fastest growth track in 10 years. The story has it that the World Bank sees Nigeria maintaining growth momentum through 2027, retaining a 4.4% forecast for that year while lifting its 2026 outlook as reforms efforts begin to reshape the economic landscape. According to the World Bank's Global Economic Prospects report released in January 2026, Nigeria's economy is expected to expand by 4.4% in both 2026 and 2027, marking what the institution described as the country's fastest growth pace in more than a decade. The projection mirrors the outlook earlier published in the Nigerian Development Update released in October 2027. The Bretton Woods institution also raised its 2026 growth forecast from 3.7% projected in its June 2025 Global Economic Prospects report, citing improving macroeconomic conditions and early gains from policy adjustments. Esther, do you agree with this?
Well, I think it's a positive thing to see, right? I mean, when it comes to numbers, but the thing is, can we agree to this? I mean, citizens at the bottom, at the bottom of the chain, right?
I like what you said
The only
because
way
the numbers look
it's
impressive, but the
impressive,
common man
yeah.
out there, how far,
Can we say, oh yeah, this is true? No, the only way we can actually concord to this is by okay, a better standard of living. I mean, better infrastructures. I mean, we have to see this to say, okay, yes, our economy is improving, but in this situation, well, it's a positive thing, Sha. The numbers
Yeah,
are
of
making
course,
sense.
it's a positive thing. Numbers are making sense, and but
Right.
then at the end of the day, what we are craving for, what we are
Mm.
calling for is for you to have a trickle effect on the
Yeah.
people. People should feel that the economy is improving.
Mm-hmm.
Purchasing power should be better. You
Should be
know, you're
better.
earning
Yeah.
salary and then you can't even afford the basic things of life.
Mm.
It's really crazy.
Right.
So it's good that the economic trajectory is in a good path.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, how is it affecting the life of the
For the
average
better.
person out
Mm-hmm.
there?
Mm-hmm. Well, for the next sub story, TUC, that's Trade Union Congress, rejects Health Ministry no work, no pay circular. The Trade Union Congress of Nigeria has rejected a circular issued by the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare directing the implementation of a no work, no pay policy and the stoppage of salaries of members of the joint health sector unions through the integrated payroll and personnel information system from January 2026. The circular signed by the Director of Hospital Services in the Ministry, Dr. Abisola Adegoke, ordered the enforcement of the policy in response to the ongoing Johiso strike, which began on November 15, 2025. In a statement issued on Wednesday and jointly signed by its president, Festus Osifo, and Secretary General N.A. Toro, the TUC described the directive as unacceptable, provocative, and a violation of established industrial relations principles. The Congress said the ministry's action undermined ongoing negotiations between the federal government and the health sector unions, accusing it of resorting to intimidation instead of dialogue. The Trade Union Congress of Nigeria unequivocally, vehemently, and totally rejects the circular issued by the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare on the so-called implementation of no work, no pay, and the stoppage of salaries of JOHISU members through IPPS, effective January 2026. The statement read. What do you think about this?
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't blame workers who go on
Why would you
strike.
blame them?
You could say it's incessant strike, but the point is, government should always be, open,
Mm-hmm.
transparent with your dealings with these people. Yes, we know sometimes they can be mischievous claims,
Mm.
mischievous positions by these health workers, but not just health workers, but some workers. But then in most cases, it's always government not doing
Their
what they
own
are
part,
supposed to
yeah.
do and how they are supposed to do it because they have the right to demand for better treatment.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, no work, no pay is way of government saying you shouldn't have gone on strike. Perhaps they haven't explored all options of negotiation.
Right.
But well, they're on strike already, and I hope it's fixed and solved amicably.
Okay, for the last top story for today, BUH Herman to fulfill $500,000 pledge to Super Eagles despite AFCON loss. Ooh, boy. Okay, billionaire industrialist and chairman of Boa Group, Abdul Salamad Rabiu, on Thursday announced that he will fulfill his $500,000 pledge to the Super Eagles despite the team's failure to clinch the Africa Cup of Nations title. Rabiu disclosed this in a message shared on his official Instagram page, where he applauded the Nigerian team for their resilience, courage, and fighting spirit throughout the tournament. He praised the players for giving their all on the pitch, noting that although the desired outcome was not achieved, they had made Nigerians proud with their performance. You fought with your hearts, you gave your all, and showed true courage and determination on the pitch. Though it wasn't meant to be this time, you have made every Nigerian proud, Rabiu wrote. Reflecting further, the business mogul noted that outcomes do not always reflect effort, stressing that the spirit, passion, and unity displayed by the team were what really mattered. Sometimes even our best efforts don't bring the outcomes we hope for, but the spirit, passion, and unity you displayed are what truly matter. You left everything on the field, and that is worthy of celebration. And as a token of celebration, Rabiu confirmed that he will still honor the $500,000 reward earlier promised to the team, describing it as a recognition of their hard work, dedication, and the joy they brought to Nigerians during the tournament.
Well, it's unfortunate that we didn't get
I
to the
was so sad.
finals. It's so
Oh,
unfortunate that we didn't get to this final. But then they performed well. They had a clean sheet, a very
mhm.
good performance from the one
Yeah,
from group stage to the semifinals. And unfortunately, just like the Boa chairman said, sometimes efforts does not reflect results.
yeah, somewhat
Result does not
always.
reflect the efforts made. But
Hmm.
then congratulations to Super Eagles. At least we got to the semifinals. We'll be playing the third place with
Yeah,
whoever wins between Mali, and Senegal.
Yeah.
And well, another AFCON, we try again,
To
and
try
we hope we'll
again.
carry it. And unfortunately, again, we won't be making it to the World Cup. So
Ah,
it's
so sad
totally
for
unfortunate that
Nigerians.
we won't be at the world stage
Mm.
to show our best.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But
but then
Nigerians
the
will
Super
just.
Eagles guys were impressive throughout the tournament, and
Mm-hmm.
personally, I'm proud of them.
Mm.
I'm proud of them.
Well, that's good. That's good. I'm proud of them too. I mean, they showed so much team spirit. I mean, the passion, the unity on the pitch. I just loved watching them whenever they play. It's
Mm.
always beautiful.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, ST, for the top story as arranged and edited by Esther, and I would so much appreciate for that. All right, this is the Good Morning Cause the time check is 30 minutes past the off 8, and I hope you had good time with us
Right.
today. Remember, you can always join us daily, and of course, you always see myself and the pretty Esther with the golden voice sitting beside me. Remember, you can always join us live on Facebook, and YouTube Facebook is Going the Radio 1069 FM in Enugu, and on YouTube at Godfrey Okoye University Radio 106.9 FM. And it's awesome. So today, go out there
Crush
and
it.
crush it. Go out
Yeah.
there and make the difference. You have
Mm-hmm.
it all in you. So if you're still procrastinating in starting those resolutions you made ending of last year or beginning of this year, well, you're still in the beginning of this
Just in the
year, right?
beginning, get with it.
So stop
Mm-hmm.
procrastinating. That's the point. Stop procrastinating. Try as much as possible to internalize what Esther has told you this
Yes,
morning
it's very
already.
important.
Yeah.
You
And
cannot be under the sound of my voice and you're still just doing no. You have to give it your best. Give it your best effort and keep pushing towards whatever you want to achieve.
because you can achieve it, it's in
Yes.
you to achieve it because nothing can actually stop you except you.
Yes, accept you.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us online. And of course, see you same time tomorrow.
Yeah.
Have a blissful day.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.